A 9mm pistol caliber carbine with the best side charging feature that we've ever seen coming up. What is up, guys? My name is John with pewpewtactical.com, your definitive source for gun reviews, gear guides, and all things that go bang. PCCs have pretty much been the go-to it fad for the past couple years, and as such, almost everyone and their mothers have released some sort of 9mm AR-15 variant. But what sets one apart from the other? Well, one solution is to refine the fire controls of the AR-15 to better suit the smaller package that most PCCs come in. And the folks at New Frontier Armory have built probably the most ergonomic side-charging upper receiver we've ever seen. We had the opportunity to link up with them in Vegas and get some rounds on steel at Gunship Gun Range, who normally specialize in letting tourists fire machine guns from a helicopter. For those not in the know, pistol caliber carbine ARs utilize a direct blowback system, which are generally a bit stiffer feeling than your average BCG and buffer spring setup. Combined with the fact that many less expensive PCCs don't have a bolt hold open feature, charging the gun on a closed bolt can be a bit of a pain, and will probably cost you some time if you're in a comp. The side charging feature allows you to charge the gun and load a fresh round without coming up from having the gun shouldered, and is much more ergonomic than frantically racking the standard T-shaped charging handle that you'd find on a normal AR. NFA's take on the side charger is to make the charging handle itself pretty dang huge, ensuring that finding and grasping it when you're moving quickly is a breeze. Though we didn't get the chance to experiment with multiple different optics, we suspect that the charging handle may not play nicely with larger QD latches, but you can lock the bolt to the rear if your optics mount is bumping up against the charging handle during installation. And obviously, this is not a reciprocating bolt like you'd find on the SCAR series rifles, so you don't have to worry about giving yourself an impromptu root canal when you're firing it. One thing you're definitely going to notice is the gun's relative heft. This is certainly a chunky little 9mm pistol. But weight-saving measures have been taken here and there, such as the very aggressive cuts on the M-LOK handguard. Although we obviously don't recommend it, the included linear compensator mitigates enough recoil and sound to make standing behind the gun sans ear pro totally tolerable. Again, you should always be wearing ear protection when shooting, but you're probably not going to have time to grab it in an emergency. Shooting the NFA C9 is a ton of fun. The linear comp all but eliminated vertical recoil, resulting in a slight hop rightwards on each shot because of how I C-clamp with my left hand. This made running the plate rack on a range a breeze, and without much effort, I had the gun trained on the next piece of steel pretty quickly. It should be noted that the gun had some issues with Armscore 115 grain 9mm, producing 2 squibs within maybe 10 rounds. We're unsure what exactly caused this, but switching to American Eagle 9mm ball and Hydroshock 147 HST cleared the issue right up and the gun ran great afterwards. The C9 includes Magpul MBUS Pro flip-up sights, which aren't bad per se, but I personally think that shorter PCCs shine with a red dot or holographic sight for faster target acquisition. The gun features a bolt hold open feature, but it does seem to be a bit finicky depending on what magazines you're running. It definitely seemed to prefer OEM Glock stick magazines over other aftermarket mags such as ETS and a Men 2 in terms of getting that bolt to hold open, but they did all feed admirably. NFA also offers the Side Charging C9 in a full-length carbine variant, and wow is recoil basically non-existent there. We didn't get too much trigger time on the 16-inch PCC, but it was just as much fun to bang away with as its smaller cousin. Obviously, you're not going to be punching out super far with 9mm, but both guns performed great and accurately in the closer range steel plate courses we ran them in. NFA also informs us that their side-charging upper receivers should be cross-compatible with lower receivers from other manufacturers, but as with any time you're doing a kind of Frankenstein build, your mileage may vary. If you're in the market for a new PCC, or you've got an existing pistol caliber lower receiver that you would like to add side charging functionality to, we would absolutely recommend taking a look at New Frontier Armory's Side Charging C9 upper receivers. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we've got lots more reviews on the way. We wanted to give a huge shout out to Gunship Gun Range for letting us plank, Battlefield Vegas for letting us shoot B-roll on their armor, and Battle Arms Development for welcoming us into their studio. Once again, my name is John with Pew Pew Tactical, and we will see you next time.